If you're trying to find a winning bet, is it better to trust the odds the bookmakers give you, or to follow where millions of dollars are actually being placed by real bettors? For years, bettors have been trapped by odds, but odds don't tell the whole story. They're designed to balance a bookmaker's risk, not to guarantee you a win. The real story is in the data. At Kalstrop, we analyze over 500,000 new bet slips every single day. This creates an unparalleled database of betting activity, tracking every dollar placed on thousands of matches. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to leverage this. First, we'll dive into the Money Flow Hub to dissect a match and see the shocking difference between public opinion and smart money. Then we'll jump into Kalstrop Alpha, where you can see the most popular picks from proven winners, track the moves of top-tier bettors, and finally, use the AI Builder to generate a data-driven bet slip in seconds. By the end of this video, you will understand why relying on odds alone is a losing game. You'll learn how to stop guessing and start making decisions based on what the most successful bettors are actually doing with their money. Let's get started. Imagine this page as a massive river, formed by all the bets on a single match. Every bet is a drop of water. Some are small, but others are so powerful they can change the river's entire course. Our goal is to understand not just how big this river is, but where it's flowing, and most importantly, who is directing its current. Let's map it out together. First, let's get a feel for the river's size and strength from the summary cards at the top. The total volume is the total amount of water in the river, every single cent wagered on the match. It tells us how popular the match is, how big the river is, but that's it. But here's where the magic happens: smart money volume. See, not every drop of water is equal. Some drops come from the master swimmers, the big, experienced bettors who know this river better than anyone. They know the currents, the hidden rocks. Smart money is the water they add. Their money carries more weight, more analysis. This metric shows us exactly how much of the total money is coming from these big players. Next to that, you'll see total bet slips. That's simply the total number of drops in the river, the total count of bets placed. And smart money bet slips tells us how many of those drops came from our master swimmers. This helps us see if the smart money is one giant wave or a series of strong, confident currents. Now, you're probably wondering, how do we decide who's a master swimmer? That's where a key metric comes in, the P70 threshold. Look, I know all this talk of rivers and thresholds can feel a bit abstract. Now, let's break down how you should look at a match's money flow to better understand the story the data is telling. What you're seeing here isn't theoretical. It's an analysis of real-time, real-user bet slips coming directly from Kalstrop's network of partner sportsbooks. We're looking at an upcoming La Liga match, FC Barcelona versus Athletic Bilbao. First thing you might notice is that the total volume isn't in the millions yet. That's perfectly normal. As I'm recording this, the match is still 5 days away. So what we're analyzing here is the early money, often the sharpest money. Let's start at the top with the overall summary for the entire match in US dollars. Total volume is straightforward. It's the total amount of money wagered on this match across all markets, which is currently about $180,000. Next is smart money volume. This is where it gets interesting. We define smart money as the top 30% of bets by size. It's the volume from high-staking, more confident players. Here, we see that over $150,000 of the total volume is smart money. That's 83% of all the money wagered. Now look at the slip counts. We have over 13,000 total bet slips, but only about 2,600 of them are smart money bet slips. This is a key insight. A small portion of the bets, just 20% of the slips, are accounting for a massive 83% of the total money. This tells us there's a significant concentration of large bets. Okay, let's dive deeper into a specific market. We'll use the most popular one, the 1x2, or match result market. Here we can see it's attracted over $81,000 in volume from about 4,300 slips. Now, let's look at the selections. For FC Barcelona to win, the total volume is over $80,000. That's nearly all the money in this market. The smart volume is about $77,500. An incredible percentage of the big money is backing Barcelona. But how do we define big money for this specific outcome? That's where the P70 threshold comes in. This is the key metric. For Barcelona to win, the P70 threshold is $5. Here's how to think about it. If you took every single bet placed on Barcelona and lined them up from smallest to largest, the P70 threshold is the bet size that sits at the 75th percentile. This means any bet larger than $5 on Barcelona is classified as smart money. It's the entry ticket into that top 30% club for this outcome. Now, let's contrast that with Athletic Bilbao. The total volume is only $500. And look at their P70 threshold. It's just over 1 cent. This tells us that the bets on Bilbao are very small, and there's almost no high-confidence, large-stake money backing them to win at this early stage. The same goes for the draw. So, what's the story here? The early, heavy, and smart money is overwhelmingly backing FC Barcelona in the 1x2 market. But this brings us to a crucial point about sports betting. When you see such a massive imbalance, with almost all the volume on one side, it's tempting to just follow the crowd. However, this is often a long-term losing strategy. Think about it from the sportsbook's perspective. They see all this money pouring in on Barcelona. To protect themselves, they will drastically shorten the odds for a Barcelona win. This means you get very little return for your risk. The price you're getting no longer reflects the true probability of them winning. We call this poor value. You might win this bet, but if you consistently bet on heavy favorites like this, the one time they unexpectedly draw or lose, and it does happen, it will wipe out a large number of your previous small wins. So use this data not just to see who is popular, but to identify where the market might be overreacting. The real opportunity is often finding value on the other side, or simply deciding that there's no good bet to be made in this market at the current prices. You can apply this exact same logic to every other market on the page. By comparing where the total volume is versus where the smart volume is, and by understanding what it takes to be considered smart via the P70 threshold, you get a powerful, real-time picture of market sentiment. And with that, you now have an end-to-end understanding of how to read and interpret the Kalstrop money flow. This section was all about giving you the tools to analyze this powerful data yourself. In our next video, we'll take it a step further. We'll dive into the Kalstrop Tipster Center and explore the Kalstrop Alpha tool, which leverages this exact same massive dataset to help you discover unique insights. And one final crucial point to remember. The entire Kalstrop money flow feature is completely free to use.